hope you're doing well and enduring the heat in the beginning of the summer. Today, I'm going to talk about really resetting your nervous system so that you can feel fully resourced. What I've noticed recently in my clients and their reflections on the teams that they manage is that people really feel under resourced. Um, and that means that they are less focused, they check out more, they're not helpful, they're not responsive, there's less communication. Communication doesn't seem to be flowing well, and it's really frustrating for everybody at a time when things are already frustrating. And my answer to you may not be a surprise because I've been saying it for a few weeks now, is to really rest and reset your nervous system. This past Memorial Day weekend, I had the opportunity to get away and really be in nature and decompress, really restore, really relax, spending a lot of time, like a lot of time, hours listening to nature, watching nature, simply being present with the world around me and with nature around me, right? Um, no technology, like very limited phone access, no TV, no computer, really just being present, breathing, listening, enjoying, right? And when I came back, things felt a bazillion times easier. Things that had been on my to-do list that I was like, oh, it's just too much for me to figure out how to get that done. It just feels too much to make that happen. And when I came back with this reset and really with a nervous system that was much calmer, much more relaxed, more clear, more focused, I was able to just get those things done. Like it was no problem. And and just had a lot more clarity on so many other things. In addition to just feeling great, right? When your nervous system is not at a baseline of anxiety or worriedness or busyness or to do, where we sit in the world is simply different. And so, as always, I really reflected on this for myself, for my clients, and for the community at large, right? And the truth is, we see this going on with everybody. It's been a very traumatic several years. There are many things that are going on now that are also essentially traumatic. We have a lot of change, we have a lot of uncertainty, and we have a lot of fear, um, and a lot of scarcity mentality that's building, building, building. And honestly, we'll probably continue to build through the summer. And so, what do we do? Because our systems are already, most people's systems, they're like, we're like at the bandwidth of coping. People are exhausted. And and so what do? How do you handle it? And again, my suggestion to you is really rest and allow your nervous system to reset. In talking to people and working with clients, many people are finding that their old coping mechanisms really aren't working or really aren't cutting it. And so I am really going to suggest to you to search out, to find those things that are designed specifically to move your nervous system out of fight and flight and into rest and digest. So that is actually a physical difference. And for the past 2 years, most people have just been in a constant state of fight or flight. And if you listen to the news often, you are probably maintaining that level of flight or fight and flight mentality. And you may not even realize it. And you honestly may have just forgot what it feels like to deeply rest, restore, and receive. And our systems need that because that is the place that you come, that your body is able to restore itself. Like physically, when you rest and relax, your body is able to heal. It's the place that we really process emotion and energy. So we really need to be in a receptive, safe place in order to process emotion and energy. And we need to do that because there have been a lot of emotional traumatic things over the past several years that need to be processed and move through the system so our bandwidth for experiencing life expands and we can take in this next wave of change, this next wave of uncertainty. Our systems are able to manage it vastly better and process it efficiently and effectively. So, really dedicating yourself to getting a pattern, a system, a practice in place that actively moves your system to rest and restore is really vital. And so it's vital to your health and well-being, but it's really also vital to you owning your own energy, trusting your intuition, and expanding your levels of perception and awareness. So when we're in flight or fight, when our nervous system is really amped up, we move our attention and awareness actually narrows so that we can deal with the trauma, with the threat at hand, right? We do this all the time. When you drive your car in traffic, right? Your attention narrows so that you can be safe on the road at the present moment. Um, when we're always in this state, it means that our perception is just more narrow, right? And so it means we're not present for a lot of life. It means we can't take in subtle cues. It means we can't take in and receive in subtle energies in a way that we can process, digest, and utilize effectively. So our awareness is simply more limited. And to live a full, vibrant, beautiful life, we really want our perception to open. And particularly at this time, because at this time we're in a place of change and we're in a place of transformation, right? Where we're in this unique opportunity to create new systems, new practices, new thought patterns, to really create a new way of walking, living, working, being in the world. And it is actively happening. And so you want your nervous system, you want your energetic system in a place that it can, one, take that in, and two, be part of that process, be part of that creation, really receive in the new information, receive in the new ways, find those creative inspirations that are going to drive the creation of these new systems, new institutions, new thought processes, new organizations into being, right? We need that. We need you in a fantastic place so that that can happen dynamically, fun, festive, and quickly. Like we would like that to move forward faster rather than let this kind of muckiness and holding take longer, right? So again, rest, restore, receive. Actively move your nervous system into a place where it can be receptive, it can be open, it can be creative. And so, what does that mean? If the old ways aren't working, right, what do? I'm going to tell you to reach out for help because if you haven't found it by now, You probably need more support and more help. And the beauty is we have so many systems now that really, really work. And if you need more help in this, you are welcome to reach out and set up a 30-minute call. I'm happy to work with you to figure out some strategies that are going to be helpful for you. Some things that come to mind. Well, one, I want to say, like, this isn't like go get one massage and feel a little bit better. It's really just not enough right now. You know, you really need more. Everyone really needs more. So dedicate yourself to a daily restorative yoga practice, a daily yoga nidra practice, a daily constant rest, a conscious rest practice, right? A daily deep breath work practice that doesn't just like bring you here, right? Like if anxiety is here and your practice brings you here so that you can cope to the day to day, I want you to really commit and engage to a practice that brings you here. To a place that you are settled, you are calm, you feel safe and full and vibrant. And that's going to take some deep practice. Go out in nature and really commit to being in nature for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever that is for you. Maybe you need to do it frequently. Maybe you need to take 3-day weekends every month, every 2 weeks throughout the summer, so your nervous system can really get into that practice of rest and relax. Maybe you need to go on a silent retreat for 7 days or 14 days. Um, Maybe you need to commit to a very regular and profound acupuncture practice. Maybe you do massage, but massage on a highly regular basis. Tuning fork work, energy healing work, but again, on a regular and frequent basis, so that instead of one session moving you from high anxiety to managing anxiety, we move from here to here to here to here. And then we're able to maintain that calm place. And, we may pop up, we feel that we pop up into anxiety, but then we have that ability now to be like, okay, let's drop back down. I need more support so that I can drop back down to that rest, relax, restore, receive place, right? Um, there are also a variety of different alternative services that are fantastic. I name a number in my blog that I have utilized, but certainly everybody has their own program. Your system is your system. And so, for example, you need to find out and test out what works for you and try using your intuition to see and play with what might work for you now. But certainly, there are many tools out there. There are many ways. Oh, one that a longtime client talked to me about today were crystal bowls. She has always loved my crystal bowl sessions and has come to almost all my crystal bowl sessions. And so we know that that's a practice for her that's very supportive to really resetting her nervous system. She's very active. She's in the world. She helps lots of people. She does lots of things. She participates in lots of organizations. And so while she has a strong yoga practice, she has a strong meditation practice, she loves spending time out in nature, the baseline is still very active and very high. And so we talked about it. And she found these 2 crystal bowls, which brings her crystal bowl set to 3 crystal bowls. And what we really talked about was the fact that, wow, now you have a set of tools that actually can restore and reset your nervous system. And so how are you going to engage actively in that practice for yourself to reset yourself, right? To reset your nervous system, to fill your cup, to really work with that tool so that it supports you in becoming receptive to your intuition, your higher self, increasing your level of awareness, increasing your capacity to be receptive, to restore, to rest, right? It was just absolutely brilliant how that came together. Um, so the message is you have those things in your life. You know, the probability that you have those tools, those resources not very far away from you is highly probable and 100% likely. What I'm telling you to do is rest, relax, perceive those things in, see those things, recognize those things, act and commit to really supporting yourself, really supporting your nervous system, really bringing your energetic field into more coherency so that you will thrive in this period and you will really feel great. Even though there is chaos, even though there is tragedy, even though there is uncertainty, even though there are things falling apart, even though there is inflation, even though there is violence and crime, you have the ability to manage your own nervous system, your own energetic field, and be connected and supported and resourced so that you can thrive. This is what I want for all of you. And really, the first step in that is having you come into a coherent nervous system. So, there you go. I hope that's helpful and supportive. Um, I know this is a challenging time, so I'm trying to give you as many tools and avenues to feel supported and resourced and connected. So please reach out with any questions, with any concerns, or anything that you just want to talk through. I always have that 30-minute window appointment option in my Calendly, so you're always able to book that and touch base with me. And of course, many of you directly email me or direct message me, and that's also perfectly acceptable, or text message me if you have my number. So I wish you all the best. I know that rest, restore, and reset is going to help you just feel so much more connected and you can really see and utilize the resources that are all around you. And that's going to be so important in this time period coming up, because that fear and scarcity and lack mentality is escalating. And the truth is you are resourced and there are resources around you and at your fingertips. You just have to be able to take them in, see them, receive them, use them, commit to those practices that help you do that. Okay. Good luck, enjoy, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to find out more information about me or my offerings, please check out my website, danashamas.com. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. I send them out weekly with tips, insights, rituals, meditations, personal updates, special events, and offerings. So I know you don't want to miss out. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to connecting soon.